Hi there, suckers. Monster Hunter Wilds is an action game made by Capcom where you, wait for it, hunt monsters. So after a short opening sequence, we're greeted with a character creation menu, which is pretty detailed, so you can either decide to make a normal, cool-looking character or, you know, go all out on a fan service. Also, be sure about your character, because you won't be able to change it later. You'll have the option to modify the colors and hairstyles, but you won't have access to their gender or their facial attributes. Unless you pay the modest sum of $9.99 to have a custom coupon. And the same goes for your Palico, by the way. Gotta love those microtransactions, right Capcom? You greedy fuck. Anyway, after that there's another cutscene setting the plot, and I'm gonna start off by saying that for once, this Monster Hunter game actually tries to do something with the plot. The franchise has never been known for having deep scenarios, so this is a nice change of pace. This time, the guild, which we're part of, is on an expedition to explore an uncharted land that had been closed for about 1000 years. And to their surprise, they find many different communities living there, so they decide to spread democracy by colonizing the place and take the locals' resources before killing those who resist. Oh, wait, sorry, I was reading my history book. Never mind, we just set up camp, and by interacting with the locals, we'll discover that there are strange phenomena happening, which involve a big fat monsters we'll need to hunt down in order to restore the balance. Oh my god, just like in the title! But let's be honest, the main reason to buy a Monster Hunter game is never the story, but its addictive gameplay, of course. Soon after the opening sequence, we're invited to choose a main weapon of mass murder. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but whatever your playstyle is, you'll certainly find one that suits you. If you're a no defense, all attack kind of player, you can go with the hammer. If you want something faster, there's the dual blades. If you're a weeb, you can pick the katana. And there's even a gun for Americans. In my case, I went for the bow/greatsword combo, because for one, I love using the greatsword to chop up monsters' limbs. And secondly, I have PTSD of Monster Hunter World and the wind attacks of the Kushala. So I'm gonna be smart and take a ranged weapon with my greatsword this time. The reason why I can do this is because, unlike past titles, we can now bring two weapons while on the field. One on yourself and one on your Sacred, your personal mount that you can call to move around. So that's nice, but unfortunately, this entry has no new class to offer. Instead, they've decided to put focus on the already existing weapons. And I mean this literally, because there's actually a focus mode you can toggle at will to make aiming easier when going for a specific body part. Because now, if you deal enough damage and break a monster's part, like his head or legs, you can unleash a badass looking devastating blow on it, which will not only weaken the poor bastard, but also reward you with the material associated to said body part. And this is pretty freaking useful, since you're gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot, of materials. For the gameplay loop of Monster Hunter is the following: find a monster, kill the monster, skin the monster, repeat step 1, 2, 3 until you can craft your new belt. Because the entirety of your progression is based on your equipment, not levels or anything of the sort. As you hunt, you'll get different materials to craft new stronger weapons, armors, and accessories. That's what defines your firepower, if you will. This franchise is a league of its own in that area. No other game has been able to replicate the feeling you get when finally getting that sweet, sweet rare gem you've been trying to get your hands on for the past hour. Maybe God Eater, up to a certain point. And if you're tired of grinding for the sake of grinding, you can always answer to other players' emergency signals by hopping in their game to help out. Or just play with your pals and have fun screwing around. But man, what a pleasure to relentlessly hunt Wild's bestiary.
Let's do this.
There's a good amount of diversity. There are wyverns, octopus, genetical errors. Oh my god, there's the Odogaron, I love his armor so much. And what appears to be walking hemorrhoids.
You're ugly, you are disgusting, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200.
Honestly, I've killed and captured so many monsters that now, when I look at them, I don't see living creatures. I see a brand new Artian weapon, better gloves, and jewels. This game might as well be called Fashion Hunters because I spent more time chasing down monsters to craft new boots than to actually help anyone. Sure, I might have killed a few families in the process, but hey, I'm doing this to save the ecosystem, so that makes it okay, right?
For the continued preservation of this ecosystem, the guild authorizes you to slay the guardian archnode.
Acknowledged.
Ah, see? I told you it was okay.
No, please!
This time, to go on a hunt, we can accept a quest from Alma, who's the handler in charge of, well, handling us. To give you a general idea about who she is, she's the complete opposite of that annoying mistake of a handler from Monster Hunter World. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you're lucky.
Hey, partner!
Alma is nice, funny, has an interesting personality, and will not keep you from hunting. Quite the opposite.
The guild authorizes you to hunt that Nursilla!
And she's not the only one who's gonna assist you out there. Because yeah, I haven't talked about them yet, but many companions will help you with your hunts. First of all, there's your Palico, which is a cat that provides support on the battlefield and that you can dress up.
That would be extremely convenient, actually.
Yeah, I had fun with the customization. We also have Genma, who's the smithy in charge of crafting our equipment, aka the one everyone keeps being thirsty for. Then there's Eric, the mad scientist, who I suspect of being way too passionate about spiders.
Madame, we can't keep meeting like this.
Nada, the unwanted child, and of course, the one and only Rov, the philosopher.
I squirm, I struggle, ergo I am.
He's the best. Every interaction with him is a blessing. I really enjoyed the many slower moments the game gives you to interact with your companions. Some people have pointed out that these moments kinda break the pace, and I can understand why, but I like them. Also, it's not like you have nothing to do during those sequences. Ah, right. I nearly forgot, but I wanted to show you a little something about Alma. Just give me a sec, there we go. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here. Do whatever you want with it. As I was saying before, you can hunt by taking a quest from Mia Khalifa or simply step out of the camp and explore. Because unlike past games where the different biomes were disconnected from both each other and your headquarters, Wilds introduce a new semi-open world with interconnected zones and no loading screens between them. I call it a semi-open world because even if it technically is one, it sure as hell doesn't feel like it. If you're on a quest, you still are restricted to the biome in which it takes place. And that's a big fat whiff on their end in my opinion. While the interconnected maps are nice in theory, it doesn't change anything since you'll just be quick traveling in between them anyway.
It's a pile of garbage.
Also, when exploring, your secret not only allows you to go much faster than on foot, but also lets you glide through the air and can automatically bring you to a pinned point of interest. It's nice on paper, but the consequence is that they got completely rid of the whole tracking monsters gimmick. If you pin a monster, your secret will automatically bring you to its location. And that kinda sucks, because even if it's not absolutely necessary, I think the tracking adds more depth and makes hunting feel like hunting. It's even worse when you realize the devs were very meticulous when building everything else in the world, especially with how the surrounding life behaves, whether it's the wildlife or the NPCs having extremely well-detailed animations. So I feel like oversimplifying this was a mistake. Regardless, exploring the different zones has never been so smooth, even with those small missteps. Not only is it undeniably stunning, but it's also alive, organic. You can use the landscape to your advantage by jumping from a higher platform onto a monster to ride it,
I will send you to Jesus.
or by activating natural traps for monsters to fall into. And calling them traps might be a euphemism. Some are straight up natural disasters.
Oh no!
And if you're lucky, when a big monster sees another, they'll fight for territory, giving you the opportunity to be a sneaky little bitch and stab both of them in the back. Nothing is too cruel when it comes to hunting, although I'll admit that some situations can make you doubt about your ways. Aw, look at this cute monster sleeping soundly without a care in the world. I almost feel bad for killing his family. There's even different seasons and weather effects which will affect the endemic life and the monsters currently going around the map, like Reda only appears during stormy weather and the Uzduna during downpours, for example. All of those details makes for a fantastic immersive experience. Now, maybe I'm the only one who cares about that, but you really feel like you're a hunter. For once, you actually interact with people before doing stuff, and it's just nice. Some will say that it's unnecessary in a Monster Hunter game, but I like walking in the different villages and feel like there's actually life outside of me. In general, taking a moment to stop the incessant murders and appreciate the beauty around you can lead to some unique poetic events. Nature at its peak right there. If you like to check other people's opinion online, you might have noticed that many have said that this game is too easy, or that it's too casual friendly. Granted, you do have a lot of resources at your disposal to make your hunts easier, like the Palico, the Sacred, or even the meals you can cook to have bonus stats, which I won't talk about too much because it makes me hungry every time I look at this delicious looking cutscene. God damn, that fish looks tasty. So yeah, if you're looking for a mind break, you might be disappointed. However, keep in mind that it's been the same with Monster Hunter World and even Rise. Each time a Monster Hunter game comes out, a part of the fandom shout that it's too easy, and when the DLC comes out, they shout that it's too hard. But for once, I do think the lack of difficulty in this one is real, and it greatly lessens the need to grind, which is the worst thing that can happen in a game that wants you to do just that. Fortunately, even with that in mind, you still feel like a complete badass when hunting.
Try me, bitch.
Overall, it's awesome, and I'm all there for it. In any case, if you're feeling tired of hunting, exploring, or the game in general, well, just do what I do. Drop everything and go on a fishing trip.
Oh, fuck yeah! This is the shit!
Well, hello there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If that's the case, don't hesitate to subscribe. It's always appreciated. And you can always leave your comment down below to say how much this game makes you hungry. Now, if you'll excuse me, the labyrinth is calling me back.